Hi, this is Natalie Whelan from CPD Interactive. This webinar is going to take you through how to find Commonwealth legislation. Now, one of the things in relation to legislation, it's really important you use the most official version and the most current version. And at a Commonwealth level, that is produced by Comlaw. This is the only official version of the legislation on the internet. So it provides legislation, gazettes, bills, and all kinds of other information. If you want to find a current act, you go under Currents. You choose the act you're particularly interested in. Let's say we want the Fair Work Act. Click on FA. Sometimes I find this site a little slow and clunky, but the reality is it's a site we have to use if we want the official version. There's the Fair Work Act. Now, obviously it provides us with the legislation, that goes without saying, but one of the things that's really nice is up here it says View Series. And under View Series, we can get older versions of the legislation, and they're superseded versions. That's really handy, and particularly in the electronic age, it can be really hard to take back a piece of legislation to a point in time. So that's a really nice feature. Another thing it does is it tells us unincorporated amendments. So these amendments that have passed through Parliament but not yet incorporated, as in they have not become part of the Act yet, because for whatever reason they mightn't have received the royal assent or whatever. So it's really, one of the things that is really important with legislation is understanding what legislation looked like in the past, so that's what we can get through View Series. What the legislation looks like now, so this is this version that we're looking at here. And then what it's going to look like. We've got to always, as lawyers and researchers, be aware of what the legislation is going to look like in the future, i.e. what bills are currently affecting it and what amendments have recently been passed, and it allows us to do that as well. So that's a really nice feature. Also, back under the View Series, there's some other features. You'll see there's something there that says Enables. Enables is rules and regulations that have been made under the Act, so subordinate legislation, which is really, really handy and extremely useful for to be able to find. In relation to bills, access to bills, once again it is quite slow. We've got access to the bills here, both old and current bills going through Parliament, and if we wanted to get the Fair Work Bill, we could go to FA again. Wait. This is one of the frustrating things with this site, but like I say, we're sort of stuck with it because it is the official version. We have to become familiar with it. Okay, so there's all the amendment bills, there's the Fair Work Bill, so we can actually get the old bill, which is really handy and a great feature. So there's a lot of stuff on this site. It's just, I find it really frustrating that you have to go and find it. It can be very difficult. So there's the bill, and you'll notice there's links to the explanatory memorandum, which is fabulous. So the thing I always remind people, if you're trying to find explanatory memorandums, you have to go to the bill, and that's where it will be, because if you actually went to the hard copy of the bill, the EM will be attached to the back of it. So when researching, I find a lot of people go to the Act to try and find an explanatory memorandum, but in fact you have to find the bill. So that's a few of the features of Comlaw, and remember, it is the place you have to go if you want to find federal legislation. Thank you.